Hello, how's it going? And welcome to Only Special Features. My name is Mario Rivera, and today I will be reacting to my friend's award show, the Indie Game Awards 2025. And of course, the lovely 6-1 Indie have been doing this lately, and I'm just so excited to see my friends keep constantly elevating their game, making something amazing every year. And I'm here to enjoy it with all of you. If you watch the main show, please go ahead and go over to 6-1 Indie or over to their website, 61indie.com, where they'll have a link to all the games probably showcased. They do a really great job of making sure that every game is spotlighted and a way for you to find them and to play them. So that to me is just remarkable for what they do. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm actually going to hit the unmute button here, so that way we have some volume. And we still have about a minute of the pre-show. I did want to show a little bit of the pre-show just so you can see what it kind of looks like. What I love, they have usually they'll have their mascot Petey, who is doing the sort of like emceeing the event, the start of the event at least, before we get to Mike and Kyle. But this year they did something a little different, and of course Kelsey, who's a big part of 6-1 Indie, just being there facilitating with everybody. They're in charge of the pre-show. That's awesome. They don't often get to be on camera talent, and this is the coolest thing. So I'm excited to see that they are spotlighted in this way. These, of course, are the Game of the Year nominees. I already know what my choice is, but I'm gonna let them get there, so we'll see.
Because the 2025 Indie Game Awards
There they are.
right now.
All right. God, the logo looks so good.
Welcome to the 2025 Indie Game Awards. My name is Mike.
My boys. Got Mike, Kyle. Sorry, I'm blocking your name, Kyle. Kyle's a wonderful person. I love Kyle so much.
Tonight is about the human beings who drive our industry forward. Folks who pour their hearts and souls into the experiences that bring us a bit of light in a dark, scary world. No game announcements, razor-sharp mascots, or Hollywood icons. Just the people behind the games we've all poured countless hours into.
You guys are my icons.
Are a representation of indie professionals coming together to deliver the definitive celebration of the indie scene. 6-1 Indie might
Kyle, you be looking good these days, boy.
of everything, but tonight wouldn't be possible without our fellow indie game showcases.
Oh, I love his tattoo. He's got the logo tattoo on him. That's so awesome.
Sound, it really does take a village to organize a show brimming with diverse voices from across the industry.
We also have to take a moment to show all the love to our sponsors for literally putting their money where their mouths are to support tonight's festivities. Without you, I wouldn't have been able to afford this suit jacket. See, we listened to the feedback from last year.
You do look good, buddy.
Thank you. You too, Kelsey. It bears repeating that the IGAs are strictly an awards-only ceremony. I love to tell you all about Hotline Miami 3, but that's not what tonight is about. It's about recognizing.
I do want to say, love me, Mike.
in their games over the past
I'm going to lower their volume just a
quick
bit.
rundown of how it's all going to go.
Mike is a wonderful human being. I, of course, spent many Riot Fests with this gentleman, with his lovely wife. And he's just a good old wonderful guy. I got to show him one of my favorite pizza restaurants, so that was awesome.
Be nominated for only one general category. This rule doesn't apply to the community management, community picks, and game of the year categories, as well as categories from our fellow indie game showcases.
I will say I did not take part in the voting this year because I wasn't established by the time that the eligibility was available, but hopefully next year I will be able to participate. I have participated in years prior, a part of Point in Progress, which might see their names listed, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I'm very happy about how this show's going so far, and I'm excited to keep going.
Please keep being a supportive backbone for your favorite indie.
God, I want that award so badly.
Need a place to start? Head over to the official IGA Steam event. That's your hub for all of tonight's nominees and more. Gift a game to a friend for the holidays, treat yourself during the break, or just
Please wishlist any game that you see tonight that you're very interested in, or buy the game. They give you a resource to get there. So
Category.
Our first presenter is hard at work crafting the latest and greatest in witch tech. Please welcome Anna Hollenrake from Electric Saint.
Hello, my name is Anna Hollenrake and I'm the creative director at Electric Saint. Our first award shines a spotlight on a whole new wave of incredible voices that have recently joined the indie scene. Launching a game for the very first time takes a lot of creativity, guts, and commitment, and in this industry, that's no mean feat. So, with that in mind, Our nominees for debut game are Discounty by Crinkle Cut Games, Fretless, The Wrath of Riftsun by Ritual Studios,
God, just so much creativity in indie games.
by Magic Rain Studios, Sorry We're Closed by Ala Mode Games.
This is currently installed on my Steam Deck, though I might pull the trigger and put on my my Switch. I mean, I'm in the tank for Clear Obscure, but like, give it to other people maybe, but it might be Clear Obscure. I'm sorry.
And the debut game award goes to Claire Obscure Expedition 33 by Soundful Interactive.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Thoughtful implementation of accessibility means games can be enjoyed by everyone. Here to celebrate a few developers making that the standard for our industry is Laura Kate Dale.
Yay, I love Laura Kate.
And the Accessibility
That's awesome.
Showcase.
Fellow My Chemical Romance fan. I need to be on content with them.
Accessibility advocate and host of the Accessibility Summer Showcase. I'm honored to be here today to introduce the nominees and winner for the Achievement in Accessibility Award. Over the past 5 or so years, the video game industry has come forward in leaps and bounds in terms of how
There's one year in 2016, they were at the same event as me for E3, and I chickened out saying hello. I'm so sad.
Innovating in the accessibility space, redefining who we consider in accessibility efforts, and what ways we approach helping more people to engage with more genres of games. Video games as a medium should be accessible to everyone. If we love this medium, we should want as many people as possible to be able to play, and these 6 nominees have gone above and beyond in terms of finding new ways to help make sure that more people get to play the games we love. Here are the nominees for the Achievement in Accessibility Award. Abiotic Factor by Deepfield Games. This game featured impressively robust options to alter basically any aspect of the game that might have been inaccessible, regardless of how much it might undo the intended gameplay experience. Calm the Storm by Ludic Lima. A short narrative experience, essentially a choose-your-own-adventure podcast, Calm the Storm can be played in multiple mechanically accessible ways, including voice recognition. Peak by Landfall Games and Aggro Crab. Peak's developers have done a fantastic job regularly updating the game's accessibility in post-launch patches, responding to very granular player feedback of their accessibility support. Spray Paint Simulator by North Star Video Games. This title features robust options for motor control accessibility, cognitive accessibility, motion sickness reduction, and visual accessibility. Squeak Cross by Outloon.
Oh, man.
Rarely considered in conversations around accessibility.
I know someone who would be in the tank for this. Oh my god. Picross?
Players who struggle with mental handling of numbers.
Okay. Yeah. I gotta get that. I gotta write that down.
Barista is a sightless blind player accessible title with charming humor and a very polished gameplay loop. A highly impressive Game Jam title from early this year. And the Indie Game Award
Is it gonna go to
for
Peak?
Achievement in Accessibility goes to Peak.
Ah, called it.
Games and Aggro Crab.
I want to play this, but I'm afraid that it will break my PC. So hopefully I can figure what I can do for it.
To receive the award for achievement in accessibility. You know, with Peak, we wanted to make a game for everyone, and making a game for everyone means making it accessible. We honestly didn't have a lot of good accessibility options at launch, since it was a pretty hastily made game. But for us, it was important to listen to feedback from the community and do our best to add the right toggles and improve the base game to let as many people as possible play it. And like with Another Crab's Treasure last year, we wanted to make accessibility fun.
It's so funny because they took a long time to make Another Crab's Treasure to all of a sudden now Peak just to come out immediately and then kind of take off out of nowhere.
This game possible, and thank you to the Indie Game Awards.
You know what? If it's on PS5, I will buy it. But if it's not,
This year's ceremony, the Indie Game Awards, expands globally to highlight developers who offer different perspectives through their craft. From nominations to selecting the recipients, our new regional and specialized categories are being led by partner showcases and festivals.
Kicking off this new initiative is Ben Rausch, Program Director of Africa's first annual Destination Indie Games and Immersive Arts Festival and Conference.
Hi indie fans, I'm Ben Rausch joining you from Cape Town as the Program Director of Playtopia, Africa's biggest indie games festival. Every year, the Playtopia Arcade exhibits a selection of works that celebrate indie games at their most creative, original, and well-crafted. To curate this exhibition, we spend the year hunting for outstanding titles and have a free, open submission system where anyone can send us their games for consideration. At Playtopia 2025, 105 games were exhibited, and 55 of those games were created by devs from Africa. We're honored to have been invited to curate the nominees for the African Indie Game Award. I hope that this award will be something that inspires African devs to continue crafting excellent games for a global audience. I want to take this opportunity to encourage indie
This is
game
interesting.
devs to support and share the work
They
of
didn't do
African
this last year.
devs, and I want to send the hugest of high fives to every single African indie that's making and sharing games with the world. The 2025 nominees for the African Indie Game Award are Bruin Boogie Get the Milk by McDog, Finding Father by Studio Bow and Pressure Cooker Studios, Philibius McDougall and the Mysterious Flying Machine by Unsigned Double Collective, Ikilya by All Day All Night, Metavoidal by Yellow Lab Games, and Stick It to the Stickman by Free Lives.
That's awesome. I don't even know.
The Indie Game Award goes to Stick It to the Stickman by Free Lives.
I've seen footage of this game, but I've not touched it.
Congratulations to ourselves, and congratulations to all the new games coming out of Africa.
I love that, like, it by winning the award is a showcase for your game. I really like that.
We're excited about.
Indie Vanguards.
These 5 independent developers are just starting their journeys in the indie scene, already impressing us with bold debut projects, game jams, and even demos.
Let's take a look at the first member of the inaugural class.
Hey everyone! I just want to say what an enormous privilege it is to be selected for the Indie Vanguard class of 2025 and get a chance to share the stage with the incredible talent on display in this year's show. Being here would not have been possible without the enormous support of my wife and my kids, my family, and everyone who helped me push forward in releasing such a weird, experimental, and kinda head-scratching title in 2025. A huge thank you goes out to the folks at Monterey.
Every time I see something that piques my interest, I'm writing it down.
And everyone in the game
I love a good, like, Pokemon-like.
and the makers of GB Studio, who I feel I am sharing this honor with. Time may have left these beloved old systems.
This is so cool.
But
Shanty.
there's so much more to give. From inspiring new generations of developers to offering a genuine ecosystem for developers and players to craft new experiences and push innovation forward. I think that is what indie means to me in the end. No matter the amount of access studios today have to resources, funding opportunities, influence, tools, and capabilities, I believe indies, whatever their size or capacity, embody and will continue to carry that pure and true spirit of creation into the future. They are and will always be the ones looking back into what first inspired them to become creators, tasking themselves to remind us why we love games and what makes us all fall in love with them time and again. Whatever the future might hold, I can rest assured that the industry is in the best of hands. My heartfelt congratulations to all the winners and nominees.
A strong visual aesthetic can make a first impression everlasting. Co-founder of DenkiWorks, Liam Edwards, knows a thing or two about knocking that first impression out of the park.
Hello Indie Game Awards, I'm Liam Edwards, one of the co-founders of the Kyoto indie-based studio DenkiWorks.
I've had conversations with this fine gentleman.
Kyoto Imperial Palace. What better place to talk to you about the visual design nominees for this year's awards? In a world where there's seemingly endless amounts of video games being released all of the time, it's never been more important to aesthetically stand out and be unique. So here are this year's best of the best, the nominees for visual design. 30 Birds by Ram Ram Games and Business Goose Studios. Artiste Impact by Max.
I'm trying to mute my mic because I don't like breathing into the microphone. But holy shit, look at these games.
Beyond Those Hills.
That's incredible.
Eclipsium by Housefire. Machina by Tala and Jack Co. Slime Ratchet
What
2
in the... I need to upgrade my PC. Holy shit.
And the award goes to 30 Birds by Ram Ram Games and Business Goose Studios.
Hi everyone, I'm Laurent from...
What is crazy about this whole production, right? It's two guys in a room with the production team that they hire, with of course Kelsey being there as, you know, part of it. And it's also reliant on so many other voices, including people from Japan, people from Africa, people from Asia, people from all over. Like that's crazy.
And we hope that thanks to this award, new people may discover 30 Birds.
And not only that, I also want to point out that they take their time. Like November is usually when they do the voting, and it's out in December. Then they had to reach out to all the winners to get their feedback in. Like that's crazy.
The strongest narratives help us connect our personal experiences with the ones on screen through immersive worlds and wondrous characters. Through past relationships and spicy empires, Eka from Outer Loop Games has masterfully achieved just that.
Hi, I'm Eka from Outer Loop Games, game director on Thirsty Suitors and the upcoming Dose of Divas. A great game story.
I think I platinum Thirsty Suitors, which is so good. Scott Pilgrim, but more freaking craziness.
Indies deliver exactly that. Unforgettable characters, immersive worlds, and stories from a unique point of view that keep echoing in your mind long after you're done playing. Here are the nominees for narrative. Citizen Sleeper 2, Starward Vector by Jump Over the Age.
I still gotta finish the first one.
Consume Me by Jenny Zhao Shah, AP Thompson, Jian Li, Violet WP, and Ken Koda. The Drifter by Powerful and Dave Boy. Promise Mascot by Kaizen Games. The Retreat Zed by Evil Shout Inc. The Seance of Blake Manor by Spooky Doorway. And the Indie Award goes to Citizen Sleeper 2, Star Wars Vector by Jump Over the Age. Congrats.
Hi, I'm Gareth Gagnon, the creator of Citizen Sleeper. I want to thank Indie Game Awards for recognizing Citizen Sleeper 2 in their category.
How cool is it to like have a physical copy of your own game be your background? Like that's sick. That's awesome. Also, killer Akira poster. You see that? You can't see it because my face is covering it, but like, here. That's crazy. That's crazy. Put me right back there.
Love show huge thanks to all the players, everybody who's told their friends, who's been too much of a know about Citizen Sleeper 2, who've pushed the series to people they know and supported the games. I really did not believe that this is what would happen when I started on this journey, and yeah, I'll be forever thankful for everyone who's recognized these games and who has felt something from these stories. So thank you so much.
Created in honor of the late beloved developer, the Muhammad Fahmy Storyteller Award recognizes an exceptional storyteller and their profound work shaping deep narratives in games. As soon as our ceremony ended last year, we knew who our next recipient would be without any hesitation. My initial interaction with this person was actually pretty funny. She assumed I was reaching out because of one particular game, but I told her that even in her games without strict narrative, her games tell a story. Stories aren't just what's experienced on screen, they're also the memories that are created with the ones you love through the act of playing. But enough from me. I think our presenter has a better story to share. Without further ado, here to present the 2025 Mohammed Fahmy Storyteller Award, the one and only Lena Rain.
Sometime in 2016,
I love their music so
posted a video on
much.
Twitter
This is
that
incredible.
changed the entire course of my career. I was working as a game designer with aspirations of writing music for games. I had a few really amazing opportunities, but I never found the right project that let me feel like I was fully part of the team. And then I got a DM from Maddie asking if I'd like to do music for a little game that she and some friends were working on called Celeste. Making that game with the team lit a fire under me. Nothing
I love Celeste so much.
Nearly as exciting and inspiring as getting to go home and work late into the night on music for this little platformer. I don't really know what
Every year I think about replaying it, but I'm afraid that any new replay would tarnish my feelings, but I don't think that's possible.
The way a screen was laid out, the way new mechanics and level gimmicks gave rise to a metaphoric experience. Even before dialogue was written, playing the levels felt like understanding the story of Madeline and allowed me to write as evocative music as I was able to. Now, almost 8 years after releasing the game, I constantly feel the effects that her storytelling has had on the greater community that blossomed around Celeste. Hundreds of talented creators have also been inspired to make their own levels, their own stories, their own music. Extremely talented speedrunners race every year to raise money for global medical aid and cancer research. At every games event I get a chance to attend, people come up and express just how much the game means to them, not as just as a fun little thing that they played one time, but as a lasting affirmation of who they are. No matter what they took away from it, no matter what it informed about them, it made an impact on their lives for the better. Games don't often do that, even if we always aspire to it. It's something that comes from a place of deep empathy and care. So I am beyond pleased to present the Mohammed Fahmy Storyteller Award to my collaborator and friend, Maddie Thorson.
It's an honor to accept the Storyteller Award. And of course, I need to thank all of the brilliant collaborators I've had the privilege of working with along the way. Towerfall and Celeste were truly team efforts.
This is awesome.
I believe that we make games.
I'm also paying attention to the backboard there and notice that there's
inspire someone to
some stuff going on that I'm wondering what that's setting up, or if that's just there from before. But you don't just have a white wall with wall jump on the back without it being something.
Recognized like this for my contributions to that project is sincerely the highest honor. And I feel like I have a lot more left to give. I don't plan on stopping. I really just love making games, and I hope to make a lot more of them. So thank you, and keep making beautiful things.
Women-led Games brings recognition to the hardworking women in the games industry. Representing their annual showcases is Twitch ambassador Ash Said Hi.
Hi everyone, this is Ash Said Hi, Twitch.
That wall is insane. That's so many plushies. That's so cool.
IGA for the Women-Led Indie Game Award. This year we are honoring the fantastic women in game development from around the world. Expressing our unique contributions is paramount to ensuring that women and non-binary folk feel represented. We must remember that everyone's differences make our world more whole. There are many trailblazers in the indie game scene, creating experiences that hold a lens to the complex and beautiful demographic of gamers today. With that, let's jump into the nominees for the Women-Led Indie Game Award. Cabernet by Party for Introverts.
I again want to highlight just the amazing work, even with the graphics. As a video person, I'm like in love with what I'm seeing. So like I'm gonna use me as a thing. You see how there's the sheen right here? This like little edge, this little edge thing. That is so cool. The fact that it's transparent, it shows up in the video too. Like so cool. Ugh, immaculate. Mike, your graphics team, immaculate.
Duck Detective: The Ghost of Glamping by Happy Broccoli.
Absolutely
Games.
amazing.
And the Indie Game Award goes to Urban Myth Dissolution Center by Hakaba Bunko.
That beat go hard.
いい顔してるビがここ見なこここの度はザ・インディーゲームアワードのウーマンレッドインディーゲームアワードという名誉ある賞をいただき心より感謝申し上げます。墓場文庫制作チーム一同この受賞を大変光栄に思っております。この作品はメンバー全員の執念とプレイヤーである会の皆様のご支援によってここまで来ることができました。これからも心に残るゲームをお届けできるよう、チーム一同努力してまいります。この度は本当にありがとうございます。
I'm gonna download the soundtrack. Soundtrack rules.
It takes a village to create a community that's not only fun, but engaging and welcoming. Please welcome Kennedy Lee Slocum, social media manager of Black Kite Games.
Hi, Indie Game Awards. My name is Kennedy Lee Slocum, and I'm a games writer and community manager for Black Kite Games. And I just want to say, as I'm sure all of this category's nominees would agree, community management is a weird job. It covers so much more than people realize. Whether it's an individual or a whole team, they're the unsung heroes that wear many hats. Handling everything from player support.
I want to shout out specifically because I've worked with a few PR people.
Organizing events. And
one that captured my heart was the PR person for the game Seasons. Seasons was a game that I reviewed for Point in Progress, and they kept sharing that video over and over again and showed us love and gave us, support behind the scenes. And I am so grateful for them. I actually don't think I ever got revealed to who they were. It was under the Seasons Twitter handle at the time. And I just want to give you a shout out because you were amazing to me. So I want to keep the love going.
Strange Scaffold.
That team doesn't deserve any rewards, okay? They make 5,000 games. 5,000 games a year, man. I'm kidding. I love that team.
All Day, All Night. Team Peak. Game Smithing Limited. And the Indie Game Award goes to Team Peak.
Seems to be the year of Team Peak.
Hey Scouts, I'm Paige. And I'm Hannah, and we're joined by the rest of our Peak community team, Beth and Josephine. Hello. Hello. Thank you so much for the Indie Game Award in Community Management. We couldn't have done it without the amazing help.
Again, how do you plan that when you just find out that you win maybe at the end of November? Like, that's incredible.
Scouts at home like you. You're falling off the mountain. You just like slid down. AgroCrab was lucky to win the Community Management Award last year, but Peak was made in collaboration with our friends over at Landfall, so we get to share it this year. I'm gonna fucking die. I'm happy this award is handed to another incredible community manager and team because they deserve it so much. Landfall has been around for over 10 years and this is their first award in community management. Isn't that batshit fucking crazy? Imagine looking at the trenches of the Steam forums for 10 years. Hi!
Hi, it's me, Hannah, from the Lampful team, the one in the trenches. Thank you all so much for this award. It's been a while to see our amazing community.
I love that they
grow
put the
last few
fire
years.
behind them.
From just some people in a Skype chat about flying to millions of Peak Scouts climbing mountains. And we couldn't have done it without our amazing team, Lisabeth, who does the best support in the biz, Josephine, who just started but has hit the ground running, Liv, who backed us up during those stressful months before and after launch, Kate and our lovely Discord moderators, and of course Paige, who it's been an honor to work with on this game. We wouldn't be here without AgroCrab and the rest of the Lampful and Peak team. They're always there to fix bugs, listen to community suggestions, and support us in any way they can. And last but not least, I want to give a special thank you to the amazing players, because there wouldn't be a community without you.
Finally, we have one more person who would like to say a speech. Bing Bong, take it away.
Ah, Bing Bong, you're supposed to say something nice to the viewers. Bing Bong, we're live here. You can do it.
Put him in the cannon. You better get in the cannon, Bing Bong. This is for the fans. Please don't. Beautiful.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Woo!
Hi, we're Cookie Crayon, an indie game studio from New Zealand.
We love to create bite-sized games with a strong focus on the visuals and experimentation. With Neon Navs, we wanted the art style to be bold and loud to contrast with the quiet sneakiness of the game.
We ended up with something that kind of feels like a moving painting, with a little crowd of characters milling about in a bright and surreal world, while you and a friend try to blend in and hunt each other out. To answer the question, what does indie mean to you?
We like to think of indie being where you can freely create without the fear of something being wrong, and where you can try out the most obscure ideas just to see what happens.
And it's a place where time, budget, and technical skill limitations can actually help to push ideas into new areas that maybe you wouldn't have
Again, I'm
explored
impressed.
Thank you so
Impressed by the quality of
for
this.
including us in this year's Indie
They are
Award.
too talented over there at
Doesn't
6180.
mean a game can't make a lasting impact. Developer Graham Reed knows how to pack one heck of a punch.
Friend of
in a
mine,
single sitting.
Graham of Legend.
Hey everybody, my name is Graham Reed, also known as Graham of Legend, and I'm a Jamaican indie game developer currently working on a small.
Can't wait for his new game.
Orleans. Now, sometimes less is more, and a great game isn't defined by its how long to beat stats, but rather.
Last time I talked to him, that man had braces. It's been that long. I got to speak out to him.
Time it has. Now, this next award goes out to all those games, and it celebrates the short games that pack a punch that leave you satisfied and wanting more.
I'm gonna text him right now. You look good, Graham.
Karimaro, Beneath the Forlorn Limbs by Bastinus Rex. Fly Night by Wabba Boy. Many Nights a Whisper by Deconstruct Team and Selkie Harbour. The Dark Queen of Morthome by Mosu. This game will end in 205 clicks by Insert Disc 5. And Time Flies by Playables. And the Indie Game Award goes to Time Flies by Playables.
Here's another level. Just doing that in your video game. It's incredible.
Frosty Games puts the spotlight on games made in Australia, New Zealand, and the Pacific Islands. Representing ANZ and Frosty Games is Amy Potter Jarman.
Hi, I'm Amy, founder and one of the 5 organisers behind Frosty Games.
Our next award honours the outstanding achievements of indies based in Australia, Aotearoa, New Zealand.
There, I texted Graham. I said, "Damn, your camera looked good in the Indie Awards."
May be physically separated by a whole lot of water down at the edge of the globe, but we don't let that stop us from shipping some of the very best indie games in the world, as this incredible list of titles goes to show. Here are the nominees for the ANZ Indie Award. Abiotic Factor by Deepfield Games. The Drifter by Powerhoof. Mars vs. Logistics by Shapeshop.
It's like a Lego Explorer game. That's kind of cool.
Hollow Knight Silksong by Team Cherry. Tempopo by Witchbeam. And the Indie Game Award goes to The Drifter by Powerhoof.
Take that, Silk Song. That's interesting. All right, its pixel art looks amazing.
Oh, hold on, I'll just adjust this for those watching from the wrong hemisphere. That should be better. Now you see why we didn't make a comedy game. It would have been all dad jokes all the time. Thank you. This is amazing. I think just to be nominated alongside such awesome games was like mind-blowing. There's so many cool games that I absolutely adore that have come out of Australia and New Zealand the last year. We're really punching above our weight down here, I think. It's so cool to see. Despite industry hardships and all that stuff.
Damn. Also, Silk Song got beat in the category design for them and still lost.
Louis and Mitch for the killer soundtrack.
Just saying.
And the other voice actors just like brought the characters to life in such an amazing, magical way.
I don't know what I'm saying. I have no hate towards Silk Song.
It's a small team, but there's just so many people that help. And such an awesome community we have around us as well, like really makes it possible. Personally, I think this means so much to me. It's a game I worked on for 6 going on 7 years now, so it's a massive chunk of my life, and to be recognized like this makes it extra, is extra special. And especially for a genre which I really adore, like the point and click genre is really dear to my heart. It's one that's not celebrated as much as some of the other indie genres, I think. But yeah, it's one I absolutely love. So it really means a lot. But yeah, now I'll adjust this back to so I can watch the rest of the awards. Thanks again, and ta-ra.
There were 2 pieces of feedback that stood out the most from our inaugural ceremony: genre categories and the fact that you wanted to voice your support for your favorite indies. So we opened the polls and asked you to pick your favorite indies within specific genres.
Also, Kelsey is a fantastic tattoo artist, and one day I will be getting some ink from Kelsey. I just got to make my way to New York or where their studio is, I believe in NC, so I'll get there eventually.
Horror game, Repo. Interactive fiction, Date
I gotta
Race.
play Date Everything everywhere. I have my roommate that's played it. Maybe I can borrow from them.
Peak. Puzzle game, Blueprints. Role-playing game, Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Simulation game, Schedule 1. Strategy game, The 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Survival game, Abiotic Factor. And community game of the year, Hollow Knight Silksong.
Fantastic gameplay design is what hooks us as players. Crisp mechanics, alluring flow states, and even hundreds of variations on slaying a princess. Please welcome Tony Howard Arias and Abby Howard from Black Tabby Games.
Hi, I'm Abby Howard.
And I'm Tony Howard Arias, and the two of us make up Black Tabby Games, the studio focused on branching narratives.
We're honored to be presenting the award for Best Gameplay Design, which sits at the intersection of so many things, including smooth mechanics, challenging difficulty curves, and keeping players on their toes and immersed in what they're playing.
And for us, it's mostly about giving players way too many sentences they can click on. Here are the nominees for gameplay design. Absalom by Dotemu, Guard Crush Games, and Supamonks.
Ball Pit by Kenny Sun.
Ball Pit's my personal pick. I love Ball Pit. Speaking of flow states, man, that's where I was trapped. I was locked in on that game, especially at the end.
Hades 2 by Supergiant Games.
I feel bad. I never finished Hades 1. That Hades 2 sounds like an amazing game, and I just have not touched. I've not finished 1. I just get my ass kicked so hard.
Look Outside by Francis Columb.
Ooh by Nama Takahashi, Tiny Cactus Studio, and Tsuyomi.
Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo by Pocket Trap.
The King is Watching by Hypnohead. And the Indie Game Award goes to Ball Pit by Kenny Sun.
Congratulations.
Yes!
Kenny. So
yes!
Many of us have lost dozens of hours to your game, and it's great to see those lost hours finally coalesce into physical form.
This is awesome.
Kenny unfortunately wasn't able to record an acceptance speech for the award, so we're accepting it on his behalf.
Thank you so much
That's
for your hard
sad.
work, and we can't wait to see what you're working on next.
I'll never know what you'll look like, Kenny-san.
Black Voices in Gaming is committed to increasing Black representation and inclusion within the gaming industry. Representing the growing and thriving community of Black game developers is co-founder and director Justin Woodward.
What is poppin', everybody? It's your boy Justin Woodward, co-founder of the Mixed Media Indie Exchange, and of course Black Voice in Gaming, part of the nonprofit organization Experience Studios, which was made to help underrepresented developers get access to funding, visibility, discoverability, mentorship, and networking for their entrepreneurial growth. And we are partnered with the Indie Game Awards this year to showcase some of the best and brightest Black game developers that release games in 2025. So without further ado, the Black Voices in Gaming nominees are Avid Neon by Cryo GX, Althea, The Wrath of a Fairy by Mars Lit Games, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tactical Takedown by Strange Scaffold, Spirit Swap, Lo-Fi Beats to Match 3-2 by Soft Not Weak, Sorry We're Closed by A La Mode Games, and Sunken Stones by Sprite Wrench. And the winner is Althea, The Wrath of a Fairy by Mars Lit Games.
That's a strong category with a lot of games that I either played or excited to play in the future.
Sono diventati Mars Games e come prima cosa voglio dire grazie. Grazie per questo award perché onestamente non ce l'aspettavamo, è stata una bella sorpresa. Come seconda cosa voglio ringraziare mio fratello.
Shout out to his Chainsaw Man t-shirt.
Che riesce ogni volta a trovare qualcosa di sbagliato in quello che facciamo e questo ci aiuta a creare qualcosa di migliore ogni volta. E un ringraziamento speciale va sicuramente a tutte le persone che hanno giocato al gioco, tutte le persone che anche solo hanno creduto in quello che facciamo, in quello che abbiamo fatto, veramente grazie. E questo è tutto, speriamo di vederci per il nostro prossimo gioco.
Hi, I'm Gabby D'Arienzo. I'm the co-creator of games like A Mortician's Tale, and most recently Seasonal at Cemetery, which I worked on with these lovely people. Seasonal at Cemetery is a completely free game where you explore a cemetery that changes in real time with your computer's date and time. The game is inspired by my own experiences exploring cemeteries, but especially during the pandemic, and seeing spaces that we often associate with death just breathe with so much life. During this scary time in the world, I found it oddly comforting to see these cemeteries change and grow with the seasons. I wanted to replicate that experience for players, creating a space for them to grieve and for them to find some catharsis during hard times. I speak on behalf of our whole team when I say thank you so much to the Indie Game Awards for this honor. Something that's really important to us is the ability to make small, gentle games about difficult subjects like death and grief. And it means the absolute world to us that people
Absolutely in love with all of her
that
Celeste
they
collection that I
resonate
see
with
all
games
around the
like
room.
that.
It's so cool.
There's a space for us in this industry to make the kind of games that we do. I hope that this inspires, maybe even encourages other developers to make their own games about difficult subject matters that are personal to them. Speaking from experience, I can say that it's weirdly therapeutic, and I hope you find the same catharsis, and I can't wait to play the games that you make.
Memorable experiences can punch you straight in the feels. Ria from I Miss My Friends studio is here to share with us the 6 titles that hit the hardest.
Hi everyone, I'm Ria, co-founder of I Miss My Friends Studio, a 2-person indie team making our debut title, Fishbowl. Games can hit us.
I edited their interview during one of the showcases. I remember that interview.
Down our controller. This award celebrates indies, which moved us the most this year, or frankly, made us ugly cry. Here are the nominees for Emotional Impact. Afterlove EP by Pixelnasia, and Roger by Teary Hand Studio.
I've heard about Anne Roger. I'm scared to play it.
Don't Get Your Hopes Up by Krish Raghav. Henry Halfhead by Lululu Entertainment. Wander Stop by Ivy Road. Wednesdays by Pierre Corbinet's The Pixel Hunt and Exahiva. And the Indie Game Award goes to And Roger by Teary Hand Studio.
Hello, my name is Yona, the creator of Ant Roger. Thank you so much for selecting my game for such a wonderful award. Ant Roger is a very small, personal game, something you can finish in about an hour. That is why receiving the emotional impact award means so much to me. It makes me deeply happy to know that this small work has traveled across the ocean and left an impression on the judges. To those who haven't played it yet, although it is short, I believe And Roger offers a very dense and meaningful experience. Since you've discovered the game through this opportunity, I hope you will consider giving it a try. Thank you.
I just typed in N. Roger into Steam and it didn't pop up. I'm gonna try and find this game. I'm a huge fan of the game Florence, which this very much looks like, and so I'm scared that's gonna mess me up like that did.
Shines the spotlight on the best of Southeast Asian games during the summer festival season. Representing the region are Samantha Lowe, RF Johan, and Nissi Arcega from the SEA Games Showcase.
Hello, I'm Sam.
I'm RF.
I'm Nissi, and we're the organizing team for the Southeast Asia Games Showcase, an initiative dedicated to shining a spotlight on games and developers from our region.
Over the years, we've seen developers win the hearts of so many, creating experiences as far off as a cafe in futuristic Seattle and as close to home as the streets of Surabaya, Indonesia.
Although developers from the region have long been a part of the global games industry, with every year that passes, we see an increasing amount of developers who create truly original experiences. It's exciting to witness the growth of the region, and more importantly, to celebrate the exceptional games released this year.
Here are your nominees for the inaugural Southeast Asian Indie Game Award. Glyphica Typing Survival by Alias Black. Artist Impact by Mas. Urban Jungle by Kylike Games.
Sorry, I was sharing the link to the showcase to my friend so I can keep passing the world that this is out there. Like, this is I'm watching it on a delay. The showcase started about a couple hours ago, so I'm watching it a couple hours after, and now I just want to make sure I share this to as many people I think that might be interested as possible. Like you wonderful folks, if you're watching this, thank you so much. If not, I'm just happy that I put this out there so they know that I support them, they know that I love them. So
Artist Impact by Mass.
Hello everyone, I'm Mas, the developer of Artist Impact. I'm truly honored to accept the Southeast Asian Indie Game Awards for Artist Impact. Thank you to the judges, our amazing player, and everyone who supported us along the way. This award means a lot to me, and I'll keep working hard to bring more meaningful experience to you. Thank you so much.
what was that one shot? That's insane.
Hi, I'm Alice. This is Chance.
Hello.
And we're the developers of Hyperbeat.
Yo, did you see that? Holy shit, this looks amazing.
Hyperbeat is a rhythm action game with a completely original soundtrack, an ensemble cast.
All right, hold on. I gotta pull up Steam.
And some pretty deep character customization.
Hyper-V is like a roller coaster. It's loud and then it's very soft.
It's a story about being yourself.
Yeah.
And like finding
who that is.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Look at that. My phone is dying, so I would go on there, but I have to load it up on my computer. I hope it doesn't take up resources away from the recording.
Be included in the Indie Game Awards.
I don't think either Alice or I could have predicted that we would have been a part of the Vanguard class at all.
This is pretty cool.
It is very cool. We never thought that anybody would play the game,
let alone like it.
Purchase it. Yeah. What does being an indie creator mean to you?
It is Steam Deck verified. I am all good to go. This is awesome.
Freedom, being yourself.
Indie really just means being authentic.
Currently, it is $11.99. You can buy the soundtrack for another $9.
Thank you.
Play indie games.
Play indie games.
Play indie games.
Between Super Hexagon, Dicey Dungeons, and countless other scores, our next presenter has left you bobbing your head.
Boom. That was the fastest I've ever hit the button to buy something. That's awesome.
You may know me from Super Hexagon, Dicey Dungeons.
I would rather play on my Steam or on my Switch too. So put your games on Switch too, please. But if I have to play on my Steam Deck, I will. Just Steam Deck's getting a little old.
Make amazing things, and I think that's just beautiful. Music can pull you deeper into a game, make you feel things that you didn't expect, and stick with you long after you've put down the controller. The indie scene is really good at using music to lift the experience, whether it's a haunting melody that lingers after the credits, a sweeping score that drives the story, or a track that's just a straight up banger.
To prove that I am not a liar, here you go. There's the PayPal notification.
Everhood 2, music by Kazakh, KMXP, Stuart Keller, Lumoth, Chris Nordgren, Cat God, Beat Tape, Dance Floor is Lava, and INFX. Hurdling, music by Joel Shock.
Here's what I would add. If you guys are watching, this is what I would do. By the way, this game looks amazing. Make a Spotify playlist or YouTube playlist or a Apple TV, whatever. Make a playlist of all of these songs. Oh my, Alex McCullough is fucking amazing, by the way. Because that would be amazing. Just selects from each game or each, at least in this category. Like, I think that would go hard. It's just another supplemental thing, but like, listen to this shit. Like, are you serious? It's so good.
Sword of the Sea, music by Austin Wintory. Wheel World by Johnny Jewel, Jun, and Orion. And the winner is Rift of the Necrodancer. Music by Danny Baranowski, Alex McCullough, Jules Conroy, Josie Breckner, Sam Webster, and Nick Moiscombe.
Hey, I'm Danny, music director for Rift of the Necrodancer. Thank you for the award. I wanted to thank Brace Yourself Games for making the game and giving me a job, and TikTok Games for helping us make it. I want to thank Sky Climenega for being my hand of the king and helping me so much with many musical tasks and heading up the level design, which is so important to the game. Don't want to forget the artist team, Alex, Jules, Josie, Sam, and Nick. Without their contributions, the soundtrack would not have been what it was. Thank you so much.
And a huge thanks to our level designers, David, Ella, Rox, and Dustin, for helping make some charts that really work with the music to make the game feel really fun.
Thank you so much, everybody who voted. Thank you, Brace Yourself Games, Danny Baranowski, of course, all of my other composers.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm so proud of our team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rock and roll, baby.
Innovation drives our industry forward, and no one does it better than the indies. Here to tell us about the 6 games that push the boundaries through mechanics and out-of-the-box ideas is Cecia Castillo from No Goblin.
Hi, I'm Cecia from No Goblin. The indie scene is where new ideas thrive, risks pay off, and boundaries get pushed in ways the rest of the industry can only watch and learn from. This award celebrates the games that took bold chances, challenged the norm, and completely reimagined what's possible. The ones that remind us why it's so important to support indie developers. Here are the nominees for innovation. Blueprints by Dogubomb.
I'm so intimidated by Blueprints.
By Flighty Felon Games Inc. Gas Station Story by Enzi. PBJ the Musical by Philip Stollenmayer. Ruffy and the Riverside by Socrates Laboratories UG. Taria and Como by Poppyseed Studio Inc. and Juvie Productions. And the Indie Game Award goes to Blueprints by Dogubomb.
I can't believe I won an Indie Game Award. I'm a big fan, as you might expect from someone who plays only indie games. And part of the reason I play indie games is because they're so innovative. And indie devs are the ones taking, the big risks in the industry. They're the ones that are bending and breaking and birthing new genres and mechanics and design concepts. And I think that indie games are the heart of games because they are the ones pushing the medium forward. So looking at the other nominees, not just in the innovation category, but across all the categories, and there's so many sort of fresh design and concepts that I've never seen in games before. So I am deeply honored to win this award in a company of developers like this and in a year like this, because it has been so innovative. Is it innovative or innovative? Because I think I say both frequently. I guess that's the cool thing about winning an award like this is I'm not saying it wrong. I'm simply innovating the pronunciation. But seriously, this means a lot. And thanks to the Indie Game Awards jury, and thank you to 6-1 Indie for putting this on every year.
You said the name! That's crazy.
Hey guys, this is Micah with Crashable Studios, and we're so glad people are enjoying the game, and it's such an incredible honor to be chosen as Indie Vanguards. And our game Wildwood Down is a slapstick comedy adventure starring a main character who has Down syndrome. And now our childhood friend Daniel plays this character, and he has Downs. And we grew up with him, and he's like our brother from another mother. And he did all his own voice acting, and he's like the heartbeat and inspiration of the entire game. It was so incredible to be able to make this game with him. And so part of our story is that about a year and a half into making the game, Daniel was diagnosed with third-degree lung cancer, and he was rushed to the hospital. We didn't know if he was going to live or not, and it was really like a terrible time. And but fans of the game and voice actors of the game sent us videos and messages and gifts while we were in the hospital. And also while we were there, we got the news that we won this award for diversity, and we sent in a thank you for it. And it was just incredible to see Daniel watch that.
The winner is Wildwood Down.
Now fast forward like 5 or 6 months later, Daniel's doing like super well.
Oh, thank God.
There's a super high probability that he's going to live a full, healthy life, which is just incredible.
I was not expecting that.
So thanks so much. We're so honored to be chosen as Indie Vanguards. And, cheers to everyone enjoying that.
I didn't expect that to have a happy ending.
Peace out, peoples.
Oh shit!
The Latin American Games Showcase is a platform that strives to increase the visibility of
Sorry, that was a lot. Specifically lung cancer is.
Hey everyone, my name is David Lucio. I'm the founder and director of the Latin American Games Showcase.
I had my fair share of family members.
To uplift and celebrate the amazing talent of Latin American game developers. The talent coming out of our community is world class, and it deserves to be celebrated loudly. And tonight, I have the honor to present the Latin American Game Awards, a category that recognizes the passion, the resilience, and the original voices that are shaping the future of our industry. And the nominees are: from Ecuador, Despelote by Julián Cordero and Sebastián Balbuena. From Brazil, Pipistrello.
Here, I'm gonna go plug in my phone because I'm gonna try and call Mike at the end of the stream. So give me 1 second.
From Mexico and the US, Taria and Como by Poppy Seed Studios Inc. and Juvi Productions. From Chile, Tormented Souls 2 by Dual Effect. From Brazil, Adventure of Samsara by Ilex Games. And from the Dominican Republic, Culebra and the Souls of Limbo by Gala Games. The Indie Game Award goes to Pipistrello and the Curse Yo-Yo by Pocket.
I am back. This game also looks incredible, and I would love to play it. I'm gonna look up on Steam right now.
2025 foi ano incrível para todas as produções da América Latina. E não poderíamos estar mais contentes de receber esse prêmio. O Pipistrello foi inspirado em jogos que crescemos jogando e imprimimos nele muito da cultura brasileira e da arquitetura também. Em nome de toda a Pocket Trap e toda a equipe, estamos muito orgulhosos por receber esse prêmio. Queríamos agradecer todos.
Another Steam Deck verified game. God damn, should I pull the trigger? There is a demo. I'm gonna try the demo.
Taking a project from concept to fully realized is quite the undertaking, especially when achieved solo. Here to celebrate the games led by a single full-time developer is Jade Meadows.
Hi, my name is Jade Meadows, and I'm honored to be presenting the award for solo developer.
I'm still recovering from that last one. That was that hit pretty hard.
Games are the intersection of so many different disciplines, from art and animation to programming and writing and game design. Being a solo developer means stretching your creativity across all of these specialties to bring your game to life. For about the past 3 years, I've been doing that for my game, Blue Ridge Hunting, which, by the way, is being published by 6-1 Indie, and you should totally wishlist on Steam. Whether completely solo or with the help of the remarkable contractors, volunteers, or friends, these developers each poured countless hours and endless creativity into bringing their games to life. Here are your nominees for solo development.
Just so everybody knows, right now, if you're watching this, the Indie Game Awards has a banner in Steam that you can actually click and it takes you to all the games. So that very much is very helpful.
Mega Bonk by Vedinad. Naiad by High Warp. Build by Lente. Vile Exhumed by Kara Cadaver. And the Indie Game Award goes to Tall Trails by Brady Soglin.
Hello, I'm Brady Soglin, the developer of Tall Trails, and if you're seeing this, that means Tall Trails has received the Indie Game Award for solo development. So, hooray! Thank you! If you played Tall Trails, you know Tall Trails is a very weird, joyful game. Its themes are very close to my heart, so it means a ton to me to see other folks connecting with it like they have, so thank you all very much for that. While I was the only developer of Tall Trails, it definitely wasn't just me. So I want to also thank Dylan Payne, the composer of the soundtrack for Tall Trails. The soundtrack's amazing. It really brings the game up a level. So thank you, Dylan, for that. Also want to thank Francesca Carletta Leone for her work QAing the game, and Greg Wolwend, who designed the logo. And then also my partner Phoebe, my friends, my family. Without your support, it would not have been possible to make Tall Trails. So thank you guys very much. Okay, that's all. So long.
The Industry Impact Award is our chance to recognize individuals and organizations who have made remarkable and positive contributions to the indie scene. When discussing potential candidates among the curation jury, one organization consistently stayed at the forefront of our minds. Their work doesn't always get the main stage spotlight, but the impact they make is a perfect example of why this category exists. But instead of us telling you more, we've invited a few mutual friends to share some words and their own experiences.
My name is Remy Siu, the creative director of 1000 Times Resist, and I'm so excited to help present this year's recipient.
Sly popping off in the point in progress video I gotta watch later.
Was in 2020. It was at the beginning of the pandemic, and I had just decided to abandon my career in the arts to try making games for real. It was scary, and I knew very little about the indie scene at large, beyond that there were indie games. I didn't know if anybody would be interested in the themes we wanted to explore in 1000 Times Resist. Discovering game devs of color was a kind of revelation, a reminder that there are people out there, peers, who are interested in the same things that inspire you. A reminder that the gaming community is not homogenous, but that there is, and always has been, diversity, both in the people and the games they make. It's a reminder that we should tell our own stories in the ways we yearn to, and not ask permission. There are so many Steam festivals and events out there now, but Game Devs of Color still feels like home. It's where games we make here at Sunset Visitor feel most comfortable in their own skin. So thank you, Game Devs of Color, and congratulations.
Hello and Swadee Krap. My name is Sanat Busiyangkun, and I'm an indie developer based in Bangkok, Thailand. It is my honor to be here to help present this year's recipient for the Industry Impact Award. I remember attending my first Game Devs of Color Expo back in 2021. Looking back at the talks I attended, I'm honestly surprised at how much it's still affecting my work today. I remember seeing Fami's talk, seeing someone from my home region who was so visible in the industry. Someone who just showed the world that, hey, we make games too. For a lot of us, just existing in this industry is kind of rough, but I'm thankful for Game Devs of Color for making this space where people get to find their communities, where devs today get to experience this magical feeling of meeting someone who kind of just understands you. a space where we don't have to justify our presence, where we get to just exist, create, and share. Today, game development is more approachable than ever, yet somehow still as difficult as ever. There's still so many barriers at every step of the way, but for today, let us celebrate the work that Game Devs of Color has done for this industry, along with the work that they'll continue to inspire each and every day.
Hi, I'm C. Bedford from Alamode Games, and I'd like to take a minute to talk about Game Devs of Color and the impact that they've had on the industry. They've certainly given me opportunity to reach a further audience and be able to get what I'm creating out there to more people to see what it is that I'm making. As creators, I think, there's nothing more that we want than to connect with other people out there in the world. And at the same time, as like a player or a gamer myself, there's nothing more that I want than to find like an exciting new world that is just unique and special and something I haven't, explored before. And I feel that is exactly what Game Devs of Color does, and they do it really well. They put in real conscious effort to find games that may be overlooked simply because of who's creating it and who's behind the desk putting it together. And it's a real shame because I believe there's so many players who are looking for those new experiences, and they do an excellent job, I think, of trying to bridge communities together to find, I don't know, just something to connect with, something more to connect with. I believe they are very deserving of this award, which I have the great pleasure of being part of presenting, which is the Industry Impact Award. They are very deserving of it. So congratulations, and thank you very much, Game Devs of Color, for all that you do.
Hi everybody, I'm Kat Small. I'm an independent game developer for over a decade, and I'm also the executive director of Game Devs of Color, Inc. And our mission is to amplify the creative power held by people of color in games. We are so honored to accept this award on behalf of our entire team. Now you can see the whole team here. The team is me, it's Brian Carr, Brian Chung, GJ Lee. We have so many other amazing folks that help us do our work. We have Alexia, Brittany, Danielle, Imperatrice, Hamna, Iman, Jace, Josh, Katiti, Crystal, Martin, Mylea, Sharpie, all of our partners and collaborators, just so many amazing people. And it really could not be done without every single one of those folks. So we are infinitely grateful, not just for this award, but also for every person who steps up to build the future together.
Our online conference, the Game Devs of Color Expo, started 10 years ago. Every September, we provide developers of color a platform to speak beyond token diversity 101 talks and share their expertise and best practices through panels, talks, and interviews. The event extends beyond our global audience into local events too. We threw 14 watch parties for this last expo, and they were really fun. You should go next year. We also provide a lot of other opportunities through our GDOC Expo Direct and our Steam sale, which reaches hundreds of thousands of people so that devs can show their games to so many more. Thank you so much for recognizing the effort we put in each year for building all of this.
In a world where hegemonic entities merely check off their diversity checklist in order to profit off of tokenism, only to later abandon the marginalized once it's no longer useful, we band together in solidarity, resilience, care, and celebration. We strive to be the most pro-developer community. That's why we don't charge dev fees, we don't use any unpaid volunteer labor, we pay all contributors, we make our content accessible online with captions, we provide scholarships for in-person opportunities, and we have awarded over $400,000 in no-strings grant funding to help promising game creators build sustainable businesses, forming or expanding their studios. Because we put developers first.
We invest back into the community and in the next generation of game creators. So thank you to the Indie Game Awards jury for the honor, and thank you all for the time and attention. Our call to action is for you to join together with us in solidarity. we fight to create a better games industry that is intersectional and equitable. So come visit us at gamedevsofcolor.org and see how you can take part in the movement of creating an industry where the underrepresented are included from the very beginning and not just an afterthought.
Well, we've come to the final award of the night. It's the big
Here
one.
it is, wrapping it all up.
Game of the Year on behalf of Local Thunk is Wout Van Halderen from PlayStack.
Hey everyone, this is Wout.
I know Wout.
Last
That's
year,
awesome.
Local Thunk and PlayStack had the honor to receive the Indie Game of the Year at the Indie Game Awards. This year we are delighted to pass it forward to the next big game of 2025. Now we always say indie games are the lifeblood of this industry, and 2025 has proven that once again. Now all these nominees and some others that might have just escaped the list are all worthy of your time and recognition. Of course there can only be one winner, so let's take a look at the nominees.
All right, Asaloom.
By Dotemu, Guard Crash Games, and Supermonks. And Roger by Thierry Hands.
And Roger.
Blueprints by Dogubon.
Still scared of you. Still very, very scared of you.
Season Sleeper 2, Starward Factor by Jump Over the Age.
I mean, my choice is Clair Obscure. Expedition 33.
Interactive.
It blew me away in every part of it.
By Jenny Zhao Xia, AP Thompson, Ji On Lee, Violet W.
I will be checking this out, though. It's very cute looking.
Hades 2 by Supergiant Games.
In a world where Silk Song
Hollow Knight, Silk Song.
and Hades 2 are also part of the running,
Keep Driving.
Clair Obscure still kicking it is crazy. So let's see.
Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo.
God, this game looks so good. I should pull the trigger. I'm going to try the demo first. I'm going to try the demo. Okay, here we go.
And the winner is Clair Obscure Expedition 33 by Sample Interactive.
Play Minoko's theme, cowards.
On behalf of the entire
Holy shit.
say a massive thank you to the Indie Game
There they
Awards
are.
for nominating and awarding us with both debut game and game.
That's
of
so
the Year.
cool.
It's an incredible honor, and standing here among so many talented creators we admire is truly humbling. What began as a solo passion project couldn't have turned into the game Expedition 33 is today, without the immense dedication of our dev team, our publisher Kepler, the people who believed in us long before anyone else did, and our community who helped us become what we are today. We keep an indie heart and spirit, and we are honored to be recognized alongside so many incredible games. Being an independent studio in this industry is
Kepler better keep the money rolling. Whatever their next project is.
So we want to use this opportunity to celebrate the other games our team loved during the year. The other nominees are all fantastic, and we pretty much played and loved all of them, especially Blueprints. But we also gathered a list of our team's favorite indie games this year we want to give a shout out to.
This is awesome.
Tiny Bookshop, The Séance of Blake Manor, Sword of the Sea, and for our fellow JRPG enjoyers, The 100-Line Last Defense Academy and Trails in the Sky First Chapter. We're deeply grateful for this moment and incredibly motivated to keep pushing ourselves creatively. Thank you again to the Indie Game Awards for these incredible honors, and thank you all for celebrating with us. Bye-bye.
Just blown away by the access. This is incredible. Spoilers, y'all. Why are you showing that? The fuck, man?
The second annual Indie Game Awards is officially in the books.
Grabbing my phone. Hold on.
All nominees and recipients, and a huge thank you to our unbelievable presenters who took the time to celebrate the scene with us.
Once again, to all our fellow showcases, journalists, content creators, institutes, organizations, and more who made tonight possible, thank you. And of course, to our sponsors for believing in the mission of the IGAs.
Finally, thank you all for watching and hopefully cheering along from the comfort of your homes. It hasn't been a good year. We faced countless layoffs and closures driven by corporate greed and the allure of AI, both in development and journalism. The outside world remains a nightmare fueled by war, genocide, and mass starvation. Here at home, families continue to be torn apart, women's rights and freedom of choice remain at risk, and the safety and security of our queer, trans, and BIPOC communities are threatened every day. But you know what? Despite all the bad, we're here together tonight celebrating the good. Keep using your voice to make a positive impact. Don't be afraid to speak out against the real bad eggs who hold way too much power. Don't be afraid to show your support for Gaza.
Way too much power. Fuck yeah, free Palestine.
Loud ally for underrepresented
Let's fucking go.
and people all together. That voice of yours is what's going to bring out the good. Maybe one day it'll lead us to a future where a game delay is our biggest problem. Wouldn't that be nice?
Sure would. Slowly but surely, though, we'll get there. And if you're angry about anything that he just mentioned, politely read the room. The Indie Game Awards will return in 2026. In the meantime, explore the IGA Steve event and celebrate the scene.
That was a very polite fuck you.
Until next time, thank you, happy holidays, and keep supporting independent, human-crafted art.
And that is the Indie Awards, second year annual. So an amazing show. I'm blown away by everything they were able to pull off. All the presenters. It's a great show. It's great friends. The judges here, who I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try and pause on the screen for a second, because right in the dead middle there, point in progress, which is awesome. I'm gonna put them there right up there. Point in progress. JK Games, Steve Saylor, so many awesome people. Next year, you're gonna see only special features there. I'm gonna try and call Mike right now. I don't know if he'll answer, but I figure I'd give him a call.
As I lay my weary head to rest,
I'm so sorry.
It's only right that Mario Rivera calls me to wish me good night.
Yeah, I wanted to tuck you in as I just finished your absolutely incredible Game Awards. That was amazing. You guys did an absolutely wonderful job. I have questions. I have things that I would love to ask you one day, but before I do that, I just want to say thank you for everything that you do. I'm recording actually a video. That's why I'm talking very loudly. So sorry for that. But
am I in the recording?
You're in the recording. Yeah, they hear you. They hear you sleeping. Hi. I was about to. I should have texted you ahead of time. I'm sorry. I was in the middle of watching your show. Okay, I'm so sorry. But
you're fine.
But again, just want to say, have a great congratulations. You did a fantastic job. You deserve some rest now. Sleep kindly. Okay.
I will do my best. I just popped so many sleeping pills, the appropriate amount that is on the label. I'm so excited for the slumber coming up. But yeah, whenever you have those questions, hey, let's record a podcast about them or something, because I miss you.
You hear that here? Okay. Yeah, sounds good. I miss you too, bud.
All
right. Is Kyle sleeping too? Should I call him? Is he a sleepy boy?
He might be a sleepy boy, but fuck it, wake him up.
All right, I'm gonna call his ass right now.
Wake his ass up.
All right, sounds good. Take care, y'all. Love you. Bye. All right, hold on. Let me call Kyle. Let's see. Kyle, there we go. This is so stupid. He may not answer. Mike did. Keep that in mind. Who loves me more? We're about to find out. Oh no. He's asleep. If I go to voicemail, I'm leaving him a message. That's so funny. What? Hold on. Oh.
The person you're trying to reach is not available.
He's asleep. Okay. I'm gonna leave him a little sweet message. All right. Kyle, this is Mario. Currently recording a video for Only Special Features. Just want to let you know, just because you didn't answer the phone, I'm very mad at you. Nah, I can't be mad at you. You're such a sweet boy. Also, you look fantastic. Just want to give you that. And congratulations. You deserve this sweet rest. And I hope you see this one day. Thank you. I love you. Bye-bye, Kyle. Watch him call me back. Anyways, that was me watching, of course, the Indie Game Awards, the second annual from 6/1 Go wishlist all the games. The games are on the Steam page. There is a Steam page for this, for the Indie Awards. If you want, please go and subscribe to 61 Indie, who I'm watching this video from. I'm so happy to be a supporter of them. They bring me love, they bring me joy. And as you hear Mike, you might be seeing some stuff from him soon. So that'd be really awesome. Of course, if you like supporting me, you can support me here at Only Special Features, which of course is my YouTube channel, my little project. If you want, you can just like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Those really help. If you want to go a little extra, I do have a Patreon over at Patreon/Only Special Features, where for free, you can still get all the updates, which I highly encourage. That's the tier I encourage the most. For $1, you support me. You actually get access to stuff early, or sometimes cut stuff that I cut out of some footage that shows up only there. So that's also a nice little bonus. And then you can also, for $10, for the $10 tier, you get your name in the video. At the end of the interviews, at the end of my main videos that come out, you're going to get your name at the end of it. Actually, shout outs, because I'm not going to be able to edit this one. Hopefully Awesome did the $10 for this month. So hopefully Awesome gets their name shouted out. They're a wonderful duo, wife and husband duo that constantly talk about pop culture, different anime stuff. So definitely check them out. And again, if you want your name in the video, $10, that's all it takes. Otherwise, I don't care. Just support me in any way possible that helps you, helps me. And well, I'm excited for what the future brings. So again, thank you so much. I love you. Goodbye. And then I'll see you at the next thing, which should be my game of the year. So stay tuned for that.